Well, hey there, friends, and welcome back to the Creative Shop Talk podcast. Ho, ho, hold on to your horses. We are talking all things holiday planning today. I have been biting at the bit to get this information out, and today I'm going to share with you 6 things that I think all of us need to be doing in August to move the needle forward with our business, to have the best holiday ever. There are 6 things that we should do this month, and I'm going to share with you what they are and why. Do you really want to have a ho-hum Christmas? That was really lame. Sorry, guys. But do you want to have a ho-hum Christmas, or do you want to tap into like all the extra opportunities that are out there this season? Get more customers in the door, have a really good, happy, jolly Christmas. It is super possible if you are intentional and you prepare. I don't care what you're telling yourself right now about the economy, about the customers. I don't care. And I say that with love because people are going to still shop this holiday. And it's a matter of being prepared and being intentional. And if you do that and you are prepared and you are intentional, you will have a fabulous holiday. I promise. So let's jump into this holiday boot camp. I'm going to give you a really quick rundown on the 6 things and share with you why I think it's really important and why I see the results or how I see the results. Let's jump in. Running a retail business doesn't have to be so hard. Welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast, the go-to podcast for creative shop owners, studio owners, and independent retailers. I'm your host, Wendy Batten, retail business coach and mentor. Each week, I'll share simple, proven business strategies, inspiring stories from fellow retailers, and advice from industry experts. Together, we're going to work to find the success you want from your retail business with more profits in your till and a little more joy in your life. Okay, my friends, I created the Holiday Success Bootcamp, which we just launched inside our Retailers Inner Circle, my private coaching group this month. It's not just launched, it's in its sixth year, I think. Yeah, 6th year. And we started because, and I'm going to tell you why, I didn't plan. I did plan. I had inventory, I had inventory and staffing and all of that covered, and maybe you do too. Maybe you think that's enough. We have inventory, and we're getting ready for the holidays. We got this, right? My first 3 years, I really was winging it when it came to marketing. I was really winging it, and I'm just being super honest and vulnerable here. And it was a shit show. It was a mess. And I say that because I was so tired. I was working so hard. We were really busy. I was unorganized, I guess is a great way to say it. I, had my staff and I had my schedule. That's not the same, but you know what I mean? I was like missing things. I missed local events that were happening around my community. I missed time with my family. And every time I say that out loud, I want to cry. I literally missed so many things with my kids. Anyway, I missed a lot of things, missed a lot of family and friend things because, I was so busy with the shop, the studio and the shop were busy. And I wasn't at the space I wanted to be with my family and friends. That is what my holidays looked like. And that is what a lot of retailers' holidays through Q4 look like when I meet retailers. I hear that a lot. It doesn't have to be that way. So in my 3rd year of business, I promised myself I wasn't going to have a holiday that looked like that again. I was going to make sure I had time and energy and space and bandwidth for my family and for the things that were meaningful to me. I was not going to burn myself out, but my business needed to make money. And if you're listening to me and nodding, you're like, yeah, we have to make money. So I put in place a whole bunch of things. I started really early. I started actually in July and into August. And I know every year when I bring up the holiday boot camp, every year people say, yeah, I'll get to it. And I want to encourage you to listen to what I'm saying here. Let's start now. We're going to start now. We're going to take time. It's not that complicated. And you will be sending me thank you notes in January. I get them every year. I get thank you notes every year from people who say thank you for putting that together. So I turned everything around in my business, and in a good way, like in a positive way. We were busy, I was making money, but I was missing so many other opportunities. I was leaving money on the table. I really didn't want to, and I was tired all the time. So I want that for you. I mean, not the tired part. I want you to not miss opportunities. I really think that I really believe in this program. I guess this is what I want to say. So our first boot camp that we did, the holiday success boot camp, honestly, guys, it's a terrible mouthful. I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this? We started the first one, I think it was 6 or 7 years ago. It was a very small group and it was really imperfect. I still do things really imperfectly. I try to improve them every year. And this year we have just blown it. We've glow up. I keep joking about this. I don't know how to say this. We've blown it up. We've made it amazing because the members inside our inner circle and my coaching clients ask for things. So we have increased the like what we offer, like tenfold in this year's holiday success boot camp. So I am very excited about it, but I do also I want to let you know that's available inside the Retailer's Inner Circle. If you're a member, you're going to want to go get that under masterclasses in the headquarters. Go grab that. Start now. You've got everything that I'm going to be talking about today. If you're not a member, why not join us? This is a wonderful time because you can go through it with us. We are going to be doing a live weekly prompts. I'm going to be going in and doing Q&A every week from August 15th until September 15th. And yeah, I'm laughing. That is the next month after August, Wendy. Yes. So I will be doing live inside my inner circle from August 15th into September 15th, answering Q&As, going through it, helping you through. But if you're not a member, we are, for the first time ever, offering this as a standalone option. And you can find that on my website at wendybatten.com. It is like a, you do it on your own. It's all pre-recorded. And I think you're going to really love it. But enough about that. I don't want to convince anybody about planning out your holidays. I don't want to talk you into it. I really do want you to understand, though, how important it is. You either want to be planned out and see success, like extra success, or you don't. So what I do see from retailers, and I do want you to consider, is that sales come from enthusiasm, energy, and vibe. Right? Our sales come from being prepared, and our sales come ultimately from what happens inside our store. And what I see a lot in stores is desperation, it's chaos, it's like marking everything down to get some cash flow, it's missed opportunities, it's January freakouts because they don't have enough money in January. And that's what I see a lot of. And that's, again, one of the reasons that we created this whole boot camp, and why I'm going to share 6 steps that I think everybody should be working through this month. You don't want to be pecking away at your computer every night, doing social media and scheduling your staff and doing all that things during the holiday season and staying up late. You're going to miss time with your family. You're not going to be baking the cookies. You're going to miss the Christmas concert, which was what my experience was. I scheduled things around Christmas concerts and all the important things to my kids. I missed, and we don't want that to be you. So we would rather you be relaxed and energized when you're with your family, when you're with your friends, when you get to do the things, when you're with your staff, because let me tell you, I have had experiences with retailers and store owners that I work with that have lost staff during the holidays because they're kind of hard on them. Right? And they can't take the pressure either. So we don't want that for you. So this is why planning ahead, it's just all about energy, enthusiasm, bandwidth, the vibe, your whole well-being, if you will, through the holidays. And that also includes your pocketbook. So this is why, if you've listened to any of my previous podcasts, we talk a lot about building community. Last week we talked with Jeff Shaw, and he talked about serving with excellence. We can't serve with excellence if we are running around with our head cut off, trying to make decisions and resenting our business, because that happens too, right? So it doesn't have to be complicated. You wouldn't invite a whole house full of people over for a dinner party, or you wouldn't have a wedding or a big event without doing some kind of planning in advance, like months in advance. This is your big dinner party. This is your big wedding, whatever it is. Keep it in mind that this is Q4 is the big event of the year. It's the big, think of it like a wedding. It takes a little planning, right? And what good party doesn't take a little planning, right? So if everybody just showed up for this, party or this wedding, and you'd be like, oh, yeah, here's some food, and oh, let's run around, and like, oh, let's do it all last minute, and we're running around with our head cut off, and oh, maybe we should do this, and then we're ordering things and we're paying extra for last minute shipping because we're doing it all the week before. I hope you get the drift. So planning ahead is going to save you money. It's going to make you money. It is going to calm you down if you're like me and you want things to be done well. So all of that takes a little bit of planning, and you owe it to your future self. Maybe that's just January you, but maybe it's December and November you as well. You owe it to your team and you owe it to your customers. It is part of your CEO role. As we like to say around here, it is part of your CEO role is to be a planner. Whether you think you are or not, you are a planner. You have to plan ahead. So I'm going to cover the 6 steps here that I think are important for you to think about. We go into detail inside the Holiday Success Bootcamp, which is, again, as I mentioned, it's it's on-demand pre-recorded masterclass that is free inside my group coaching program, the Retailer's Inner Circle. It is the first time again, as I mentioned, the first time available as a standalone product. That means you can go on my website, you can grab it, and you can just get that. If you don't want to be a member of our Retailer's Inner Circle, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but if that's not your plan, you can go and grab that. We've made it super affordable, and we have that there for you. If you are a member, I should say, or when you are a member of the Retailer's Inner Circle, you can join us for those live sessions all from August 15th until September 15th, 2024, if you're listening to this in the future. But what we have inside there, and here's the thing, my friends, what we have, I'm so excited about what we've done. My team has put together event and promotional guides for every holiday from October to January. What do you do for Thanksgiving? What are you doing for Halloween? Ideas for these. You don't have to do them all, but ideas. You don't have to think. These all come from requests from our members who have said, hey, this is my wish list. I wish you could put together ideas. So we've curated all these lists for you. Holidays, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Biz Saturday, all the things coming up. We've curated ideas of what works for promotional events. I didn't say sales because it doesn't have to always be a sale. I mean, sales are fine. Featured items are fine. We won't get into that, but you stop putting your whole store on sale. I have to put my plug in there. But we have put all of these together by curating lists of what's worked for our clients, what's worked for members of our inner circle, what's worked for our mastermind members. We're putting in all of these these idea guides for you. They're all in there. We also have email templates. There's 6 emails I think every retailer should send during the holidays. We have social media prompts, y'all, so you don't have to think about everything. You can print that thing out. This is what most retailers do that I work with. They print out that social media prompt template. They either give it to their social media team or they keep it there so you don't have to think about things, right? We just do not have the energy to think about things. We've included Canva templates for social media. There's a ton of resources in there. There's so many things. There's things on how to amplify your sales for gift certificates. That's all there's a guide in there for that. There's so many more things. Templates done for you. I feel like I'm doing a infomercial here or something, but I do want to let you know, and I guess I am doing an infomercial because I am letting you know that this exists already if you're a member of the Inner Circle. And if you're not a member and you do need some help, we have detailed information at the Holiday Success Bootcamp for you. So you can go grab that. So I did want to give you some ideas of what type of things are inside, or what the 6 steps are, the 6 basic things that I think we all need to do as we get ready for our holidays. So the first thing you need to know is you need to have goals for profit and also goals for ease. Like, what does success look like for you for the holidays? This is not, okay, listen up. If you don't listen to anything else, come back to me now. If you're walking, you're with the kids, whatever, if you're unloading boxes, listen to me about this. Your goals for Q3, Q4, and into January, they are not about beating last year's numbers. That's great. That's a great guide. You can look at that. But that means nothing. You have to break it down. Everything's changed, right? Prices have changed. What we're looking for is understanding what profit do you want to make this year? What is your pay? What margins are we looking at? This year's different. Don't look at last year's numbers. Who cares about last year's numbers? If you are setting your goals, your revenue goals based on last year's numbers, you are missing a lot of things. You are missing out, my friend, and please reach out or jump into my inner circle or just pay attention and think about it. Your top line number is really based on your operations, your payroll, looking at your margins. What do you need this year? What does this year's real numbers look like? What does your paycheck need to look like? How much time off are you going to take? So that number one is understanding what it is you need. What is your goal? What does success look like for you right through until January? And again, the first thing. If you don't have that, just do that one thing. Just do that and everything else will start to fall into place. Number two is, what are you going to do to make that money, right? So sit down and think about what products and what services and what offers are you going to do? What opportunities are out there for you? So everybody just says, I'm going to sell things. Well, which products and how many and what are your margins and what do we really want to move this year? And what opportunities are out there? Maybe there's corporate accounts out there or gift baskets or workshops or paid events that you could do. There's so many other things that can get you to that revenue line. So that's number two. Number three, and again, we go into full detail in our Ultimate Success Bootcamp, or Holiday Success Bootcamp. And the reason, and we break these down into bite-sized video content so you can understand what to do. Okay, number three is get out your calendar, look at the events, get the big rocks done. So figure out, what are the big rocks? What are the holidays? What are your days off? What are town events? Go right through January. Things that will draw customers in. So when are you going to do your events? When are you what are we doing to get new eyeballs? All of these things. And again, we have a lot of those things we talk about this a lot inside the Holiday Success Bootcamp as well, how to figure that out, where to go look for it, what missed opportunities. I personally missed a really incredible holiday event that was inside my town. And the opposite thing happened as well too. I wasn't paying attention to the parade date, or it wasn't for me, it wasn't a parade date, but it was an event that like a parade in my town, which is not good for business. And everybody was going, all my ideal customers were going to this event. And I had scheduled another event. No one came to my event. My event was a flop and it was awful. And had I just paid attention. So I share how to do this and what to do and where to go and look and how to get that calendar and all of that. But if you don't even go to the boot camp, or you don't attend the boot camp or take the boot camp, make sure that you are still getting your calendar out and marking out those big dates and remembering the important things like the last day of school or whatever might be important to you and your family as well. Okay, then we want to attach marketing plans to all of our goals. That's number 4. We want to decide on where and how often, what's the cadence, how are we going to connect with customers, how are we going to get new eyeballs on. Please don't just leave this to social media. We could go down a whole rabbit hole on this as well too, but you cannot rely just on social media. Please stop just relying on social media, especially for the holidays. So we want to make sure we're prepping our emails. And again, we give you the templates, the templates that you can use. All you have to do is fill in your own thing, your own words, your own branding inside the Holiday Success Bootcamp. But how are you going to use the media? What are you going to do for local networking? These are all things that we really want to make sure our visibility and marketing strategy is put together well. And again, this is going to take us a couple of hours, guys. This is going to take you a couple of hours and then maybe a meeting with your team to help them brainstorm it. I mean, it's really not that complicated. So this sounds like a lot, but really when you sit down and do it, it's not bad. Number 5, get your team and everybody around you, like your family and everybody, ready for the holidays. And what I mean by that is, what are the habits we have to turn around? Where's the creep setting in our company, in our company and our brand, training schedules, all the other weird things that could happen during the holidays. This is a great time to address all of those things. So what do we have to make sure everybody knows about and what's going on, and also to plan ahead for the support that you're going to need so that you're your best self. The thing is about being prepared, and the thing is about energy that I was telling you about earlier. All of this kind of comes back to you can do what you do best. You'll be able to serve and sell and be awesome. You can be awesome in your brand and in your store through the holidays, which customers will love, which will make it so you will sell more. So if you're tired and cranky and you're missing things, your family won't be happy, your team won't be happy, your customers won't be happy. It just drains everybody. So one of the things we love to do is making sure that we're all ready. We plan out the support we're going to need. Maybe for the holidays, you have meal service coming in or housekeeper, or you ask for your, different things. Everybody has a different thing. So what does that look like for you? And again, in the boot camp, I go into detail on how some of the other things that we might want to prepare for. Number 6 is, I have this listed as sit back and implement. And what I mean by that is once the plan is in place, you're going to sit down and you're going to say, okay, now here's what we need to do, because it's not done, right? Everything's not done, but we can start implementing. So we're not thinking. There's a big difference in decision making and just implementing, right? So if you've made all these decisions, you've sat down, you've done, you're doing the work. Now you and your team can get to work and just action it, just do the things. And then you can do what you do best. You're still going to be working hard. I mean, it's still going to be a busy season. I'm not telling you it's Shangri-La during the holidays, but I've had lots of members and lots of clients and lots of store owners who have gone through these 6 steps in detail inside my boot camp. And they say to me like mid-December, well, everything's just working the way it's supposed to, and the team's doing what they're supposed to, and everything's working and everything's planned out, and I'm working on Q1, and I'm working on my next year. I'm working on the following year's plans, and still doing my thing in my shop, but it feels good. It really does feel good. So I hope this has been helpful. I'll go through them again. Number 1 was you need to have goals. Number 2, you have to know what you're going to sell to make those, goals happen, and that's time and money usually. Number 3, you're going to get out your calendar. You're going to plan out all your big rocks and your events. Number 4, you're going to attach a marketing plan to it. Number 5, you're going to get everybody ready. You're going to figure out your support team and what that looks like. And number 6, you're going to implement. You're going to just sit back and implement. So I hope this has been super helpful for you. I hope you are excited about the holidays. I hope you've been thinking about the holidays. I hope you're just raring to go and ready for it. It's going to be a great year. Again, business is what we make it. Business is like, stop, I guess, doomsdaying. I've heard we always hear all kinds of negative about what the year's going to be. Stop looking at all that. People are always going to need to shop retail. If you believe in your business and you believe in what you're doing and you believe in your customer base, this is going to be a great year. You're going to have a great year. Don't miss opportunities. Don't miss opportunities with your family, with your coworkers, with, collaborations and all these wonderful things that are coming ahead. But start planning now. I want to urge you to start planning now. So thank you for listening, my friends. I'm hoping I'm going to get all lame about Christmas for the next the next couple of months. Is probably going to drive you nuts. And we'll be doing a lot of other podcasts to share. We also have a podcast series that may be helpful to you, podcast sales series for the holidays. We will link that in the show notes as well. That's been a very helpful, sort of corralled all the other podcasts that are holiday related, and that may be helpful for you as well. We'll make sure again that we have those here in the show notes for you. And if you have any desire to join us inside the Retailers Inner Circle, remember the Holiday Success Bootcamp is free for our Retailers Inner Circle members. So don't run out and buy that. If you're a member, it's already in your headquarters. Go into the headquarters, our Retailers Inner Circle headquarters, go under masterclasses, and you will see it there called Holiday Success Bootcamp. If you don't want to join us inside the Retailers Inner Circle and not into that, you just want the bootcamp, you can buy that and purchase it separately. So you can find that on my website at wendybatten.com. All right, my friends, have a fantastic week. I will see you here, same time, same place next week. Have a great week. And remember, what you're doing is awesome and important for your community, for your family. And I know you're doing a good job and working hard. So I see you, I see what you're doing, and I really admire you and everything that you're doing. Have a great week, my friends. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I'm so glad that you're here to join us this week, and I hope you found value in what we're sharing here. I want to remind you that our website has all of the show notes. You can find it at wendybatten.com/podcast. Everything that you need to hear about today's podcast is there. Also an opportunity if you need to reach out to me. If I can support you in any way whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. So thanks for joining us. Please leave a review, subscribe if you can, and never miss an episode. We hope to see you back here again next week. Thanks, my friend. Have a great week.